Hello, I'm Mirkov, and you know what time it is? It's time for another Eternal Draft. Let's do it. Okay, um, this is interesting. Clever Stranger is maybe okay in a Stranger deck. Amethyst Ring is okay in this sort of lifesteal deck. Sometimes it can finish out a game if your board is locked up or something. Boltcrafter Shaman is useless. Valkyrie Linebacker is probably useless. Um, Strength of Many is okay. Journeyman Armor is pretty good. Amaran Archaeologist not very exciting. Gun Down, it's okay removal. But yeah, this is it's not exactly great start. I might take the Journeyman Armorer and see where it takes us. Out of all the like red or white cards, that's probably the best one. The only other options may be like an Amethyst Ring. I'll take the Armorer. Okay, looks like we get a little bit of a reward. We have a Purify on color, which is great removal. Gun Down is okay. Hate Cleaver is okay in that lifesteal kind of deck. Swindle's pretty good. Copperall Cudgel's also pretty good. We're going to take the Purify. We're just going to hope that this works out. Okay, looks like we're getting a pretty good signal here. Somebody did not first pick Groundbreaker. I can't really imagine what was better than Groundbreaker that they wanted. Journeyman Armor would fit our colors too, but Groundbreaker, this can win games. It can be very big, especially if you spark, so it's double damage. Dragon Breath is good. Hybrid Sentry is good, but I think looks like we might be in red. And again, we don't have to play these time cards. We could also go for Jotun Cyclops, go again for this red-blue that was working pretty well for us. Darwood Prowler is pretty nice. Could do like a red-purple. Or we have Huru Stranger. These other cards are not that exciting. Wouldn't really switch our colors for them. So I think it's one of those three. And Stranger is not that exciting, so I'm willing to take a chance. Could probably go for the Jotun Cyclops. Go for those that big red-blue deck again. Okay, maybe it didn't work out for us. We're gonna take a Prowler here. This is, again, not great. We can take Awakened Sentinel. The Archaeologist is sort of okay. It can help us splash a bit, but it's probably the worst of these cards. There's some of the other Archaeologists that like echo the top spell of your deck and things like that. Sentinel's not too bad. Roosting Owl is good. I like Roosting Owl, but so is Valkyrie Denouncer. I think out of these, I'll take the Sentinel. Here we have a Cripple, which is just not very exciting. Some other cards that just not that alluring, but we'll take the Stranger. Strangers are always good. Here we have a Ice Knuckle Jotun. This is really not the card we want to be seeing. Also have a Cabal Bludgeoner. Could maybe forget about some of these cards. This is, We also have Brilliant Discovery. This just draws us to Sigils. It's technically its own color. It's Warp. But, you know what, we'll take it. I don't think it's getting played. We can also go for the Voyaging Lumen. It happens to be just kind of a big creature. Probably we're not doing any sort of life force. Here, Pit Fighter's the best. Disciplined Aminara, Bludgeoner. Okay, so this is kind of a mess. We have Great Parliament, which is, I mean, it's just a 4/4 flyer. Sometimes it's 2 4/4 flyers. I mean, that can be really good. We'd have to splash for it, but we're not, I mean, we're not really attached to anything we have right now. Except for maybe the Groundbreaker, which I do like. But we could always cut the Groundbreaker. Things on color, we have a Katana, we have a Horned Volork, whatever the heck that is. We have this Pathfinder, which gives the top thing Echo. Sometimes this is useless, it gives like a Echo on a Stranger. Just not very interesting. On the other hand, Great Parliament's a legendary card. I'm going to take it. Might end up splashing green instead of these like purple cards or whatever. Obliterate is an amazing card. This will do pretty much everything we need in a red deck. Deal 6 damage and it overwhelms, so it helps burn down. Ageless Mentor is also very good. Yeah, I don't really know what we're playing here. Ageless Mentor, everything that costs 4 or more is +2/+2. It's really good. Kind of hard to choose that over the Obliterate. I really do want that Obliterate. Yep. Smuggler's Stash is actually quite powerful. You just pull 2 units from your void back into your hand. It's very expensive, but it can bring you back into a game if you're running low on steam. And it looks like we might end up in this sort of maybe like red, purple, white. It's not unique. I don't know. I don't really like this. But I think it might be better than Assembly Line. So I'm going to take it. Might not play Great Parliament either. Ghost Form, I mean it's shiny, but don't think we're doing anything with that. When we play a weapon, we draw a card. We don't really have any weapons. Sabotage is often not going to do anything for us. If we end up in this red-purple, this Recalculator could end up doing something. Yeah. Yep. I think we're taking Recalculator. It's kind of weird, but... here we have a Teriax Hatchling. It's pretty nice. We also have a Champion of Glory. We could end up cutting white. Go for like a red-green. Pretty much we've got every color right now. This is sort of problematic. I think we have to play red, though. Okay, Champion of Glory. As much as I want this Champion of Wisdom, I think we sort of have to commit to some color. And I think it's going to be red-white with a splash for something. I don't think it's going to be red-white with a splash for blue. Runic Revolver. It's pretty expensive. Rampage. Rampage is probably going to see play. Here, the Guerrilla Fighter. I can get a Rakano banner. End up maybe cutting the purple, going for green. I kind of like that. Jeez. Yeah, so this is not good. Okay. We're on pack 3. We sort of have to make a decision. Clearly it's not blue. We got definitely prevented from getting blue this time. Here it's either got to be a light hoof if we're going for purple. We do have some okay purple cards. We might cut the green. Green is not that good. Recalculator does play with purple pretty well. In which case maybe I get a light hoof. Or the Spire Guard. We don't have any other Valkyries. We really want to be playing red. Because our red cards are pretty good. But, well, actually on the other hand, they're not really that great. Okay, what do we have? We have Stranger, we have Belching Behemoth, we have Pummel, we have Lighthoof, we have Valkyrie. Honestly, I think, given the cards we have, I don't think Valkyrie is really gonna happen. I think we're gonna get a Lighthoof. Okay, this is something. We have a Champion of Mystery. We're just gonna take that one. It's just a huge creature, and yeah, those triggers are probably never gonna happen. Honestly, we just don't have that much color. So it's just a 6 mana 7/7, which is better than our Voyaging Lumen right now. I don't think anything else is really playable except for maybe the Fnatic, but we're not in that deck right now. Here we have an Oasis Seeker, which we might have to take, even though the Archive Curator is, in my opinion, a lot better. Yeah. Because we have Recalculators, which we really don't want to run if we don't have to. But we only have two drops. So we'll take the Oasis Seeker. Okay. We have a Skycrack Stranger, we have a Firemane, we have a Waystone Infuser. Firemane is it's a 2-drop. It does things we want it to do. Waystone Infuser gives our cards warp, our power cards, so we can maybe play bigger cards faster. That's nice too. I think we're taking the Infuser. We have to be a little bit greedy at this point. Vera's Choice is probably not going to be fast enough for us. We have an Awakened Sentinel that we can choose. We also have a Stranger. I think it's got to be Stranger. We're currently looking at a lot of pain in the early game. We can also take a Piercing Grief, which is actually worth considering if our goal is just to not die. I'm going to take the Piercing... Well... I'm not a big fan of Piercing Grief. Take the Stranger. It's an on-color Stranger. Firemane Cub is nice because it does a damage to a unit instead of the player, like the Forge Wolf. That can sometimes be a nice trick. But here we really don't want to be playing these recalculators. We'd rather have the Archive Curator. So we'll take that. Here we have an Archaeologist or a Voyaging Lumen. I really don't think we're playing Voyaging Lumens. Not sure we're playing the Archaeologist either, but it's more likely. And we have a Light Hoof, which is pretty good. Swift Stranger. That's probably getting played. This is actually fairly good. We have Time Weaver or Sandstorm. It's going to be a Sandstorm. AVX Familiar. Cupbearer. Okay. Things are starting to turn around. We have kind of way too many cards on the top end and really nothing on the bottom. But Pillar of Amar is a bomb. Spirit Drain is pretty good. Tower Top Patrol is pretty good. We're going to take the Pillar. Here it might be a Seek Power. I mean, the Frontline Cyclops is big, but we have a lot of big things at this point. And we really can't go off color. So we're going to take Seek Power. Okay, finally some pretty premium removal. We have this Nightblade or this Annihilate. I'm going to take the Annihilate. We also have a Sharpshooter or a Xenon Guardian. But just being able to kill something is pretty good. Channel the Tempest. Unfortunately, it's not going to see play here. It's probably going to be the Lithrai Ranger, because we're really short on creatures at the 2 cost. Crowd Favorite gives us a weapon, but we don't have any weapons. Take the Ranger. Devour is pretty nice, but it's probably got to be the Sauropod. Even though I'm way high on expensive creatures. This might be a Thornbeast. Ravenous Thornbeast is pretty good. I think it might end up being better than the Sharpshooter here. Might be. That banner's not getting played. Champion of Glory is not getting played. Yeah, this is why it's kind of rough. You could also get for a Fevered Scout. We have a fair amount of tricks that can make that Fevered Scout pretty exciting. But the Sharpshooter might just be better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Fevered Scout's probably not going to be good enough to really do enough. So it's either the Sharpshooter or the Thornbeast. With the Thornbeast, I think we have a little bit better options. Here, yeah, we could take the Grenadin Drone. That can play well with our Thornbeast. Maybe see some cool play there. None of these are getting played. Take the Longhorn anyway. Rakano Outlaw is an amazing 2-drop for the last moment of the game here. Okay. Let's clear out stuff that's off color. Okay, so this did not really go exactly how I wanted. Take out the Dormant Sentinel for being a little bit too big. Voyaging Lumen. The Archaeologist can get us a sigil, which is probably worth it. I think the Dusthoff Brawler might... well, Okay. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 2-drops, that's fine. We have a lot of Rampage. Probably cut one of those. Yeah, like we don't really have the premium red cards. We don't have Torch. We have no 3-drops, essentially. Archive Curator is pretty much a must-have. Guerrilla Fighter, we don't need. We don't even need Swift Stranger. It's a 3/3 charge. I don't really see that happening. Dusthoff Brawler. I think we cut. Okay, this is ugly. I might even cut this other Guerrilla Fighter. Do something like this. Really expensive deck. Not a lot in the 3 and... yeah, not really a lot in 3. We're just sort of relying on getting up to 5 or 6 and playing our 5 and 6 cost huge things and winning that way. So, kind of try to survive the first couple of turns without taking too much damage, and then just lay on huge bombs. Might be hard if they have flyers, but I think it'll be okay. We're gonna give it a shot at any rate. Okay, I'll see you in game 1.